on the Bossman show, from the show, the interim head coach of Texas State, my man TJ Johnson, 7th year in the year in Sun Belt play, doing big things. TJ, my guy, how you been, brother? What's up with you guys over in San Marcos, Texas, man?
Man, you know what? Usually I could say it's a sunny day in San Marcos. That's not so true right now, but it's not raining. So it's not this not quite Southern California. I can't say that it never rains, but certainly, it's not a bad view out here in sunny San Marcos. But man, all is well. We're chopping wood, man, trying to take one step at a time, focus on the moment that we're in. And it's been good, just like most of the teams in the country right now, trying to stay COVID free, and really just trying to manage these young men's bodies and minds as they go down to the home stretch of this conference play.
Yeah, it's 7-3 on the year, TJ. Man, you guys have played well, except for that one team, the Raging Cajuns. They give me some trouble, but it was all close games, though. It wasn't like it was blowouts. So you could have won them games anyway. But like, think about this thing: how blessed your team is to be 7-3, top of the Western Division in the Sun Belt right now, knowing that you could have done better when things went your way here or there. So knowing you have big games on intense weekends as well. So tell us about that, man. Keeping the guys' mindsets great, knowing that you're playing well and getting better day by day, as you said, chopping wood.
Yeah, certainly, whenever you're going to play against one of the best coached teams and most talented teams in the conference, you want to give yourself an opportunity to win it. Those guys have been playing together quite a bit, and they got they're well coached and well prepared, and they did a great job. They came in here and swept us, and certainly we gave them all that they could handle at their place. They pulled out a game in overtime, the first one, and the second game at their place we were able to play well consistently in the second half. So I think it's always going to be a tough matchup, and certainly, that's one of the teams that we look forward to playing every year, and hopefully that we can learn how to win like they've learned how to win throughout the courses of the just of Coach Marlin's career. He does a great job of preparing his team, and he didn't even coach the last one, but he had one of his assistants here. Brock did a great job with his team and prepared them, and they came in here and got the sweep. So hats got to go off to them. As far as UT Arlington, it's a rival game, so it's always an emotional game, and hopefully our guys are ready to play. I know Agi's going to have his guys ready to play as always. It's always a tough game for us. They know us very well, and we're going to go out here and try to lock in and focus on the things, on the controllables, and try to put our best foot forward. So it's the Sun Belt. It's no easy wins in this league. It's no time for a break. So we got to lock in, we got to focus, and we got to be connected. So I'm hopeful that our guys are preparing themselves for what looks to be an exciting finish to a great season thus far.
TJ, you have a nice big three, two guards and a forward there, man. They're really leading your way, man. Leading your top 9 guys. Tell us about those three, men, man. What they individually mean to your roster, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Without returning, Sun Belt Player of the Year, and not only Sun Belt Player of the Year, but the Sun Belt Male Athlete of the Year, Nigel Pearson, we knew it was going to have to be by committee. So definitely with Isaiah Small being our Swiss Army knife, guy that can kind of do multiple things from the forward position, and his improved jump shot, and certainly his ability to affect and impact the game on both ends has been great for us. The emergence of Caleb Asbury as a consistent scorer and an improved defender is important. He's getting the minutes, and as his minutes improve or increase, his play improves, I should say. And then just Mr. Everyday, the general is Mason Harrell. Sometimes big things come in small packages, and he has the heart of a lion, and he's a phenomenal player in person, with high level skill, and but most of all, man, he just is a dog day competitor. And when those three guys are clicking on all cylinders, I think we can be tough to beat.
Most definitely. And like you said, man, having that guy that's there every day, no matter what, good, rain, shine, whatever, this guy gonna be there for you every day. Having that, knowing you have that guy to lead your team and to kind of be an example for everybody on your roster, that's to make you and your staff feel so good to know that Mason got your back and can kind of give that the locker room that talk that you want them to give, but from him being a peer, he can kind of pass messages along to those guys and get them all in line for you to win these games you're winning.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it starts with his upbringing, and then just his desire to be great, and to not make any excuses. And he works at it, man. He works. He's not a player on our team that spends more hours in the gym. So I just have to say that, man, he comes from a great family. His mother and his father and his grandparents and have done a great job raising him. And he's a player that if you had to start a program today, you would want to start it with somebody like him. So he definitely makes my job a whole lot easier. It makes me look like I know what I'm doing. You know, um, you know, hey, you don't have to have a great play when you have a great player. So just it's sometimes the play is just make a play, and he's been able to do that for us more often than not. So just love him to death. Appreciate him and just his level of commitment and dedication to what it is that we're trying to do here.
Now, when we talked this summer, you was kind of when you kind of didn't have the feel for how we all do these back to back. So since we've done them, how is the feeling being having to prepare, having a weekly kind of routine with the back to backs, knowing that you got to play those two games, and how's it been trying to prepare your guys, knowing that you have a full routine now, you can kind of get them regimented in a certain way. So how's that been for you guys?
It's real, and it's so real, boss. You get so locked into where you are. I can't remember us doing it different. You know what I'm saying? It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this is what we're doing. I can't remember doing it different. So yeah, the most important thing for us was to get a routine and to be consistent in that, win or lose, because you're not gonna win them all. And when you lose, you can't say it's the routine that
Yeah.
caused us to lose. So you just got to be extremely careful with that. Then home games, they look a little bit different than away games because of the time. Your shoot around's a little bit longer because you're at home. I mean, excuse me, a little bit later. So because you're at home. So now you have to say, well, am I going to use that shoot time? So just all kinds of things. You're not in a hotel, so you don't know what your guys are doing on the night before a game or the night after a game, but before another game. So it's just so we try to keep it the same, and that same is, hey man, this is a business trip. Whether or not you're taking it literally or figuratively, this is a business trip. We got a job to do. This is what we're here to do. Man, people are paying to come watch you play. I mean, are you kidding me? You guys will be playing somewhere for free. You know, but at the end of the day, I think we've come to terms with who we are and our routine, and we're comfortable with it, and our guys are settled in it. So, I'm just whatever back to backs, however long they last, this is going to be our routine.
Yeah, and the recovery piece for me is very important because I know with the Hawks players, they'll be NBA guys. The recovery piece off a back to back is always the roughest part. So for you guys, is it a rest day, a light lift day, or no nothing to get the guys' mindsets fresh again for the next week? How are you approaching that part of the game there?
Well, it's easier when you're on the road. Like I said,
Yeah,
I mean, you got them jokers right there with you. So
yes.
basically, we have a almost like a almost like a pregame meal after the game on Friday. So we're eating good. We're eating saltgrass or some kind of steak restaurant where they eating pretty good after the game. So and then you know and then they go straight to ice baths in boots, and they shut down. And got Pedialyte and all kind of electrolytes going through them. They got a certain level of fluid intake, and we shut it down. Then we wake them up late. They get up somewhere around 10 o'clock. Which is not a team meal. It's basically you got breakfast in bed. So we try to get them fed, and then somewhere around about 10:45, 10:50, bring them in, let them start watching film. And the motto is we get one day better. We're not addressing a whole lot of things. You know, you got all kind of pet peeves. If you don't think we can get better at it in one day, we're not showing it. Then right after film, they have about a 15 to 20-minute rehab session again, where they may even roll out or get stretched out with bands. And then after that, we have pregame meal and we shut it down again, and then we get back after it. So that's been our routine on the road. Our routine at home is pretty similar. We do not go to shoot arounds, whether on Saturday. We're just not about to do that. We're not going to have walkthroughs. You know, I mean, we prepare all throughout the week, and once we shut it down, the hay is in the bone and it's go time. So if you're locked in and you're focused, I tell our guys all the time, hey, man, where preparation meets opportunity, there is a challenge. You can't do but one or two things. You're either going to fight or you're going to flight. Bottom line, no excuses. Meet me at the scratch line. I'll be there. You know, so we give our guys confidence that they're prepared. And once you do that, you let them know that this is an opportunity and there's a challenge and you need to meet it. And sometimes that could be mentally, sometimes that could be emotionally, and sometimes that can be physically. And in the real good ones, real good games, it's gonna be all three. So so that's pretty much our routine, and we try to stick to it.
And I think you showing it this year, TJ. 2020, COVID year, new interim coach, doing big things, brother. Your team should look at you as an example of opportunity and attacking and winning, because you could have been like, man, so this is a COVID year. I just got to write this off. But now, man, you were attacking it head on and got your team playing well, positioned to do well in March, COVID willing. So I think, brother, you are the example for your team of perseverance and opportunity and getting the job done and attacking the day and winning the day.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man. Certainly humbling.
Yes, indeed. And that's TJ. I love you. I love you like a brother, man. But I gotta ask you, man, your Saints, man, they let me down, man. I was cheering for them. It was hard for me, TJ. You know, as being a Falcon, man, to cheer again for the Saints is hard. And when I ride with the Saints, TJ, you let me down, because I don't like Tom Brady in the Buccaneers for what they did to me in 17 in Houston. I can't get over that. So I need y'all to do it for me. What happened,
man? You know what? You know what, man? Let me just say this, man. It's really hard to beat a team 3 times, and certainly they made the necessary adjustments. I knew it was going to be hard. You know, the Saints' biggest thing that they have going on, the best thing that they do is keep you guessing. You know, and with the injuries that we had, and Kamara being the only guy that was available in the backfield. Wasn't a 3-headed monster with Murray or Taysom Hill, and then with Drew Brees not being able to throw the ball 40 yards down the field, more like 20. You know, Mike Thomas, you know, coming off the bad ankle. You know, no excuses, but to beat a team that is peaking while you're declining is literally impossible. And those guys were peaking on the defensive side of the ball, and as you can see. I mean, there's some bad boys on the defensive side of the ball for the Buccaneers, and to me, they dominated the playoffs, and that's to me, that's the storyline. Tom Brady is great in his own right, but when your defense holds Patrick Mahomes to 9 points and do what they did to the Saints and do what they did to Aaron Rodgers, man, what are we talking about here? Are you serious? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Like, Ty Bowles, man, the dude deserves a whole lot of credit, probably more than what he's getting for sure.
I think Leftwich, Bowles, and Bieniemy deserve a job.
Yeah, no question.
they all 3 of them brothers deserve jobs for what they did. And you know, and Keith Armstrong was in Atlanta, the special teams coach for the Bucs was in Atlanta with Dan Quinn. So I remember him as well. So now, TJ, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Jared Cook's fumble changed everything. Because they were driving to go by 14, putting the Bucs in a bind, and that fumble gave them new life. And I'm like, dang, Jared, you gave him new life, you know, because, you know, but that's been Jared Cook's career, though. Even in Tennessee, he fumbled. In Green Bay, he fumbled. I mean, that's his thing. He holds the ball loose. So, it's not surprising.
Talented young fella. He really is, you know, but there's still something missing. You know, there's still something missing. And like you say, it's been his whole career. Something that it's something that if you're going to get better at it, they say if you're ever going to be great, like the little things have to matter, and it has to bother you enough to where you're offended by it and you're appalled by it, and that's and you boss, Tiki used to turn that thing over.
All the
Tiki
time.
fumbled the crap out of the ball all the time, and he said, "You know what? I know I can block. I know I can run. I can catch out the backfield. What I can't do is hold on to the ball." So what did he do? Dedicated a whole off season to being able to hold on to the ball. Change his clutch. If it makes me a little bit slower, I don't care. I'll get stronger. So maybe I can hold on to the ball a little bit. His placement, everything changed, and he was phenomenal because he started holding on to the ball, started holding it high and tight.
Oh yeah.
And when contact was coming, he protected it. Jared's still loose, young, and hopefully that's something that he needs to he feels that he needs to change, and he puts the time into getting it done, because that certainly changed the momentum. You're absolutely right.
You know who I like? Deontay Harris, little kid Harris. I like that kid.
Stud.
I like him a lot. I saw it. I said, okay, I see you. I see you Payton trying to use him more and more. I mean, next year that guy should get a lot of touches, because whether it's Taysom Hill or James Winston is the quarterback, it's probably gonna be Hill based on what they're paying him, and Winston probably the backup, because Hill gonna get hurt doing what he do. So it's probably gonna be Winston the backup, Hill starting, and Winston be like Bridgewater, get him a job in 2022 somewhere. But I really do. I really love Harris for real. I like him a lot.
I mean, I wish we can get, to be honest, which I'd like to keep Taysom Hill where he is, and I'd like to keep James where he is. I hope that we can get somebody that I think kind of fits us a little bit better. The quality guys out there that kind of fits the mold a little bit better. Certainly, it's a destination place. If you're a quarterback and you want to throw the ball 40 times a game, you certainly come there with all kind of weapons. But, all of that's based upon people and their contracts and where they're at right now. So I don't know.
Cap is bad, bro. Like the Falcons, cap is terrible.
Yeah, we haven't done a great job with that. So certainly Drew giving back $20 million or so helps out a little bit. But, man, it's a brutal sport. These guys need their money. And, maybe we can do like Tampa Bay did, get something going for a year, try to put all our eggs in one basket, see if we can get it going one last time.
I still think the Falcons are going to be number 3 in the division, behind the Saints and the Bucks. We don't have a chance to beat neither one of y'all next year. I'm just going to say it right here. I'm not. See, TJ. I'm not delusional. I'm a fan that's not delusional. I know where we stand. We have a bad cap, agent Matt Ryan, agent Julio Jones. No. I'm not a fool.
It's a tough division. It's a tough division, and like you say, man, you gotta you gotta come correct in this division. You can't be. It's not one for the old and faint at heart. So we got to just try to get a good balance of young players. So but the talent is there, on both sides of the ball for you guys. You guys got a young core receivers that are going to be some bad boys, and certainly them linebackers, man. Just something about them LSU linebackers. Them boys ain't playing around in the NFL right now.
Definitely.
So y'all got Debo over there, and you just saw what Devin White did. That number 45 is scary. If a linebacker wasn't number 45, he can play. Leave that boy alone.
You got that right. Hey, I'm just praying for a split. I was playing for a split between the Falcons and the Bucks and the Saints, because we'll sweep Carolina probably, but split with y'all, because we ain't sweeping nobody. And hopefully with a new coach, we can close in the fourth quarter. That's the problem. Yeah. That's a problem for us.
I don't know how it's gonna go, but man, I'm just hope we can stay healthy and just have a game. If we can get the calls that they were calling against the Chiefs, man, hell, we would have had 3 Super Bowl rings by now if we'd have had that officiating crew.
Hey, you all done got screwed in multiple years. I gotta be real. See, fans hate me today because I say I gotta be analyst. I gotta be fair. As much as I'm a Falcons biased, I'm an analyst first. I gotta be fair. Right. The Saints have been screwed. I gotta put my hatred of the Saints aside and be truthful about it. You got screwed. There's no other way to put it.
We need some of them zebras they had on Sunday night. They were throwing that launcher around. So they
Hey,
want they wanted to be a part of it. They said, "I ain't just come to the Super Bowl to watch.
hey,
That's a flag."
and you know how brothers and barbers are gonna say somebody called them and you, you know how the barbershop brothers be like, I mean, you know they paid them off. They know they paid them off.
Man,
You know how the barbershop boys be going after the bro. You know how they be. But
it's
see,
just tough. There's so much contact that goes on. You can throw something on every play, but at the end of the day, man, you got to kind of let those grown men, they got to play through some of that stuff.
no doubt. With TJ, good talk to you about your Saints, man, and your team, brother. Hey, man, keep on chopping wood, and I'm gonna bang the drum for you. Texas State, do this man right, people. Come on now, get this man in there fully, brothers. TJ, you my guy, man. I appreciate your time as always, brother. Stay safe and be blessed, my guy.
Appreciate you, boss man. God bless, man.
You too, brother.